What's the current test right now for moisture sensitivity?
283.
283, right?
Yeah,
The TSR, better known as the
Put me on the spot
TSR.
there. I was there. I made it.
The tensile strength ratio test, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows it. It's super popular here in the United States and around the world, really. But the problem with this test has been around for what? 50 plus years?
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
It's been around for a little while.
Almost as long as you, man.
Oh, what a shot. Ow. Can you take that knife out of my back? Yeah. So probably as long as me. Absolutely. He's right. But anyway, it's been around for a really long time. It hasn't changed in forever. We still have to use 3 cores or 6 cores to do the test. This mechanism is actually active. It's doing something. Instead of just letting water cores sit in water, it uses some of the same mechanisms, same parameters as the TSR, but in an active system testing both for cohesion and adhesion. Now ask me what that's about.
So I'm assuming that it's about going to be how the sample is affected, but go into it.
Yeah, exactly. So when you're testing for moisture damage, right, you want to test a couple things. You want to test how cohesive is your core, meaning how well does it stay together during testing or when it's out in the field in place. And you also want to test how adhesive your bitumen, the binder, the stuff that sticks all the aggregates and the sand and everything together, how good is it to stay together? You want to test for both of those. This is the only machine that actually does that.
Yeah.
And the way it does that is by forcing water into or pumping water in and out of that core. And through that mechanism, you're either going to have an adhesion failure, meaning that the aggregate and bitumen didn't stick together, and you're going to notice that in a tensile strength test, where you break it apart and see how strong it is.
Yeah.
And then your cohesive, you're going to notice that in just a simple swell or volume increase of the core. 2 simple tests that we already do. Every lab does them, right, Anthony? You've been in them. You've seen them doing it.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of how this thing works.
So essentially, you're going to be pushing, pulling, and breaking bonds in there.
Yes.
Is what you're saying.
Yes, that's exactly. A little bit of a torture test with some science and a lot of engineering behind it. And to be honest, we have tons of research papers on this machine. Yeah. And every one of them have given it a good recommendation for the MiST and the way it tests for moisture sensitivity. So huge level up on how we actually test our roadways and make sure they're not going to get what? The big potholes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.